What's up, everybody? Caribbean music rundown. You know there's some topics to talk about. People gone to jail for murder, all kind of backing out, people keying, people carting. Don't worry, Babbzy, but here we gonna address the topics. Make sure you watch this video.
Y'all have your pretty lights in the city. Y'all I want you back it up for Babbzy. One drop, the baseline moving like evicted family. Back it up for Babbzy, y'all and one drop. Y'all drop, hey, drop down your body, y'all drop, for Babbzy. Drop down your body, y'all drop, yes, drop down your body, y'all drop, for Babbzy. Drop down your body, hey, drop, take it down to the ground, y'all drop, take it drop down your body, y'all drop down your body, y'all drop, hey, drop down your body, stick it and twerk, wiggle and work, let the bumper go down until it grazes in the air, cause your body ain't.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Babbzy here. Caribbean music rundown. My voice is finally back. Barbados on the Water went on this weekend. If you have not seen any of that footage, it's on my reality channel. I will link it here so you can watch the performances. Red Plastic Bag, Little Rick, all them people there. So you know how it goes. But before I get into this rant, because you know I'm vexed today, I come to tell you that I'm mad as raw soul. Make sure you are following me on Instagram. My name there is Strictly Babbzy, as well as on Twitter, on Tumblr. All my social media outlets, my name is Strictly Babbzy, except for Facebook. My name there is Babbzy at large. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel here, because this is my rundown, review, and rants channel. So I know you might watch this video and be like, I like her, you know, she's kind of yeah, and then you can't find me. So subscribe from right now. And I do have an app. It's called Babbzy Beyond Blogging. It is in the Google Play and in the iTunes store. Right now, we're currently changing platforms. So in the first week of June, you should start to see some music being able to play and stuff like that. We're trying to like jiggy it out. So just hang tight with me. If you do have the app, don't uninstall it. It will still work when I switch over. So the first topic today is Munga Honor Rebel being charged for murder. Now, Munga, some of you may not know who he is. He's a dancehall artist who was very popular, like maybe around 2009, 2010. He had a very good big run, maybe a little bit sooner than that. So he's kind of been, you know, here and there, doing songs here and there. He was brought in and questioned in Jamaica last week for this same person's murder, and then charged for murder later on in the week. Now, the person that is murdered or was murdered allegedly is the person who chopped him and almost killed him 2 years ago when everybody was running around saying that Munga's dead. So I don't know the full details of the story. I don't have all the ins and the outs, but what I do know is that here's another dancehall artist caught up in some bullshit. I'm not going to get too deep on that because everybody likes to get in their feelings when you try to give advice and talk about certain stuff. So my thing to you is, if you want to keep your gun violence and gang violence and all that kind of thing going on, do that. Is that what makes you happy? That's what makes you happy. I'm not gonna come up here anymore and be like, you know, put down the guns and put down this and that. It seems like you guys want to live this life, so just make sure, well, I'm gonna make sure you ain't anywhere near me and we all good. Wherever you are and you want to shoot yourself and kill yourself, do that. Topic number 2 has to do with two of my peoples, which is kind of unfortunate, Konshens and I-Octane. So Best of the Best just occurred in Miami over Memorial Day weekend. If you've never heard of Best of the Best, it's kind of like a reggae with now soca acts show that they always have, and it's a really, really big show in Miami, huge show put on by like Jabba and Massive Entertainment and all these people, right? So Konshens drove to the event, and when Konshens came out, his car was keyed down the side. Now, when he asked the valet person was just like, it was a Rasta dude with a big belly, right? So Rasta dude with the big belly, people automatically assume that it's I-Octane. Now, Konshens never said it was I-Octane. Konshens said what security said to him and valet said to him. So people ran with it and said it was I-Octane because I-Octane is the Rasta with the big belly. Now, to be honest, I don't think I-Octane's belly is that big. Like, it's not like Sky Juice levels. But anyhow, I don't know how I-Octane's name got pulled in, but I-Octane and Konshens have bad blood. They've had it for years. Babbzy, as you know, I am full disclosure, know both of them. I'm good with both of them. I have no clue why they don't like each other because I don't get involved in that stuff with people. I don't want to know why they don't like each other. Now, if Octane ever came to me and be like, why, you know, Konshens do me da-da-da-da-da, I might give him advice, but I would never then walk and be like, yo, Konshens, Octane say you do, like, I don't do that because that will put your ass in trouble. But what I do know is that they don't like each other. And, you know, from my standpoint, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, I do not believe that I-Octane keyed Konshens' car. This is very petty. And Octane, the Octane that I know, has no time for that kind of thing. Now, I can't swear for no human being. I can't swear for no boy. Everybody's going to come up here and be like, don't swear for people, rah. I do not believe I-Octane keyed Konshens' car. This is too idle. Octane and Konshens both have successful careers. They both tour. We all three of us are in the Beamer family. Like, I don't see why I-Octane would key Konshens' car. Octane is a very direct dude, and I've seen him on a few occasions like be like, yo, hey, yo, blah blah blah, blah, like deal with people. So if he really had a really big issue with Konshens, I don't think he'd key his car. I think he would just see Konshens somewhere and be like, yo, let's talk, we want to talk to you. Because he's always kind of been that kind of person from what I've seen him do. And I've seen him address a few situations where he's done that. But nonetheless, Konshens is saying that it's not no big deal. He doesn't even want to drag this any further. And Foota Hype had done a video. Again, Foota Hype, eh? This man's always in the mix. Talking about he want them to clash on records and da-da-da-da. Konshens came out and said he's not doing that. He's not interested in that. My thing is this. Konshens never called I-Octane's name. The people did. So it's very bad when people are like, Konshens said I-Octane. He never called I-Octane's name. He said what the valet man said to him. And for me, I don't think that I-Octane did it. But the car was keyed. He did have video footage of the car being keyed, and this is petty shit, and I think we have bigger fish to fry in the world, so that's what I'm going to say on that topic right there. Now, Spice came out with a new music video this week called Siddung. I'm going to link the link below. A lot of people are talking about how raunchy it is and how Spice can't come out of this pussy talk, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I think that because it's not broken, she ain't gonna fix it. So until these pussy songs stop getting her 49 million views, she gonna keep singing them. I know Spice is talented. I know she can sing. I've heard her sing. I've heard her do 1,000,001 things. But this is working and this is what's making her money, and she's traveling on this, so she's just going to keep doing this till it stops working, and then she might try something else. But watch the video below and leave a comment in the comment section and let me know how you feel about the video. And soca artist Marvay came out with his video Anidote a couple of days ago as well. I'm going to link that below. Marvay is the voice of the future. You know me, I don't really like to big up people too often if they can't sing. But this boy Marvay, trust me, watch the video below and tell me what you think. I did have the luxury of seeing him sing live this weekend at Barbados on the Water. Again, I will link that reality footage from my reality channel here so you can go and check it out. This guy can sing. Believe me, a lot of people, he gonna hurt them. So the last topic, I wanted to do this at the end because I didn't want to shell down and get all fucking vexed in the beginning of my video. But now we're ready to let it go, so let's let this go. In Jamaica, there's a competition called Magnum Kings and Queens. Now, Magnum Kings and Queens is similar to like an American Idol, where there's like a voting process, there's judges, there's all this stuff. So every single week in Jamaica, you know, contestants are competing, one gets eliminated, and that type of thing. Now, the finals was last weekend that just passed, and a female by the name of Suspense won the female section, and Somatic won the male. But in the female competition, her contestant, Suspense's contestant that she was going against, is somebody named Rankin Pumpkin. Now, Rankin Pumpkin is from Japan, and she has endured a lot of racism and and a lot of problems in this competition. But I think that it reached an all-time low, which is why I'm going to come and say something about this right now. Now, I have no issue with Miss Kitty, no issue with Scatta, but I do have an issue when you start to get racial in doing these types of competitions. Rankin Pumpkin is a Japanese person, and you know, there was a week where Scatta was like, I will quit this job if this girl wins. I will not come back if a Japanese person wins this. And I know she's not that good, and it's not about her being good, you know, or being bad. It's about the racial part of the conversation that makes us Caribbean people look very low and shallow. Now, if you don't know, Japan is probably one of the biggest supporters of dancehall music out there. They support dancehall more than we support dancehall. I'm gonna tell you that. So when you hear comments like, you know, I don't want no Japanese person coming in here and winning it. Well, if you don't want a Japanese person coming in and winning, you shouldn't have let a Japanese person come in and enter, because it looks very racist, reverse racist, when you start calling her Chinese when she's Japanese. And you all might not think this is a big deal, but let me put this in perspective for you. There's a competition in America called The Voice. The Voice is a pop star competition. Season 5, somebody named Tassane Chin, born and raised Jamaican, who used to do reggae music, won that competition. Now, had CeeLo get up in the middle of the performance and say, if a Jamaican wins this competition in America, I'm going to quit being a judge, he would still be walking with security to this day, because you Jamaicans would be down his ass and wanting to murder him for saying that. So if you have that same anger when your Jamaicans go overseas in these people's competitions, you should have the understanding when outsiders come in and how they feel. Now, Rankin Pumpkin said she didn't compete tough in the last round because she got death threats. I believe her, because I get them every single day. I did a video last year about why Drake should be allowed to do Controller, and the police called me. And they were like, these are serious threats that we are looking into. This is bad. And people are threatening to kill me for my opinion. So imagine a Japanese person in Jamaica in a dancehall competition. You guys better calm the fuck down with this exclusion talk, because you don't like to be excluded. You have a Rasta man playing tennis. You have all kind of Jamaican people involved in white people things. And if any of them ever came a day and was like, this person can't enter because they're Jamaican, you all would have a fit. And you would be down here trying to kill everybody that's trying to stop in y'all way from doing what you want to do. Yet you want to stop and interfere with people. Every single week I come up here, there are people who are like, you are not Jamaican. Don't talk about my culture. You are not this. You are not that. And I'm like, if you had passed the standpipe at the end of your gap, you wouldn't be telling me that. Because the same minivan that's blasting music in Jamaica is playing the same exact fucking songs in Barbados, in Trinidad, in St. Vincent, and any one of the other islands that you think is all soca. Let me tell you about inclusion. There's somebody out here named Rihanna. Rihanna comes from Barbados, where my parents come from. 166 square miles. She is the top pop artist in the world right now. Had she gone to Jay-Z and with her Bajan accent, and Jay-Z said, Rihanna, you know what I think you should do? You should go in Soca Monarch and go and compete against Red Plastic Bag and Griner. Think about how ignorant it is when you want to ostracize yourself from others from joining what it is you're doing. Yet you want to join in what everyone is doing out here. A lot of you are ignorant. And I don't know who raised you. I don't know what sugarcane bush you came out of with no tarpaulin to stop the rain from dropping on you at night. But let me tell you something. Hatred does not belong in music. Whether it's dancehall, whether it's reggae. I think Bob Marley, Nitty Gritty, Tenor Style would be freaking out in their grave right now to hear people talking about them ain't want no Japanese person in dancehall. You all are very unexposed, underexposed, and it's bad. And the worst thing that you can do for ignorant, illiterate, and dark-spirited people is give them a voice on social media. And if I could turn back the hands of time, I would let enough of you have no access to the internet, because you're doing nothing but foolishness with it. I believe that this girl was threatened to be killed. I wholeheartedly believe it because I experience it every day. But I come back up here every day because I want you pussy hoes to know you're not frighten me, you know. I don't be scared of no friggin' internet chattings. I live in a country and a nation where when I grew up, I had the ability to dream and be whatever I wanted to be. I'm not going to let you and your ignorant, dark, tunnel vision spirit come impose on my life and tell me what I can and cannot talk about. I'm going to speak on the topics I choose to talk about. You can choose to fuck off, but you can't tell me what I can and can't say. Maybe where you live, women have no say. Maybe where you live, women don't have a voice. But where I live, I have a voice and I'm going to use it. And it's unfortunate that someone like Rankin Pumpkin would leave Japan for the love of the music to then be racially discriminated against and belittled and talk about Hiroshima bombing and, oh, if you win, I gone. Imagine a judge did that in The Voice. I'm telling you, DJ Puffy just won the Red Bull competition, which is an Americanized competition. He's Bajan. What if they were like, yo, you can't come and compete in this. Go back and play soca. You all are out here trying to crush people's dreams, crush people's visions, and crush our way of uniting and coming together. Dancehall, reggae, soca, calypso, it should be colorless, it should be raceless, and anybody that wants to join in with what we are doing as a people, we should embrace. Barbados on the Water was at Harbourfront this weekend. I saw white people there that don't know anything about Barbados. There was Trinidadians there, Grenadians there, Jamaicans there, Indian people with turbans on their head there. And when Edwin Yearwood came out and sang "Pump Me Up" with the music, all of them had their hand in the air raising and embracing him. You guys will get nowhere trying to exclude people, especially the fact that you want to be included in everything. Jamaicans are allowed in everything. Whether it's track and field, tennis, any sport that Jamaican gets up tomorrow and wants to do, the new age world that we live in, they will be able to go and be in it. And where they come from will not hinder them. So you should not be out here hindering people. Because anyhow the pop world wants to start turning around and start blanking out people, we will feel it. And Japan supports dancehall. The majority of dancehall sales come from Japan, because you black Negro watching me right now did not buy anyone's album this year. You downloaded it for free off Mediafire or off Dropbox. So don't tell these people they cannot come and participate as well, because when it's time for them to put money in your pocket, they put it. And stop listening to these people like Mr. Vegas and them who get up on social media and spew hatred and ignorance. These are uneducated people that don't know what they're talking about. They don't live nowhere, they don't do nothing, and all they do is get up every day with their miserable life and try to tell people what them can't come in and what them can't come in. If you want to sing country music, Melissa Alana, white Bajan, who's out there singing with Dolly Parton, sing country music. And don't make nobody come tell you what your race is, what your ethnicity is, or what your gender is, means that you can't do what you want to do. I do reviews about Caribbean music. I don't care if you have a problem with that. You need to go crawl under your mama's ras clat. That's all I have to say to you. Anyhow, I'm out of here. Your girl Babbzy. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm taking it easy. Go check the video footage over from Barbados on the Water. And I'm going to come back later in the week. I've got some things to do. One of my fans named Muta from in Africa wants me to break down soca and the different genres. And I'm working on that for you, Muta. Don't worry. I'll see you out here, boo. Alright? And don't forget to, all of the wedding footage and all that's going to be on the next channel. So subscribe to both channels. And my beauty blogging channel will be back up and running this week. We've kind of got things under control. So I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with me. Understand how busy I am. And the people who saw me at Barbados on the Water with the live and the camera, they were like, yo, you out here grinding, Babbzy. That's why nobody can come tell me nothing. I'm not going to let no cyber thug come tell me no crap. And to the cyber thug that is harassing my fans, leave my fans alone. Go and harass your mother and find out the 4 men that's called as your dad, which one of them is actually your father. That's what you need to focus on, or find a job. Mwah. Love you guys. Gone.
Girl, you're pretty like lights in the city. Girl, I want you back it up for Babbzy. One drop. Your waistline moving like evicted family. Back it up for Babbzy, girl, and one drop. Girl, drop, drop. Hey, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. For Babbzy, drop down your body, girl, drop, drop. Yes, drop down your body.